welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to talk about my Ruger MarkIV target. This is actually my son's gun. I purchased this gun the day that we were going into the hospital for my wife to be induced. He was born the following day, so technically he was a gun owner before he was even born. This is a semi-automatic single action 10+1 pistol with a fixed front sight, adjustable rear sight with an ergonomic bolt stop, ambidextrous safety. The finish on it is blued. It's got an overall length of 9.75 inches. It's 5.5 inches tall. The barrel length is 5.5 inches with a 1/16 twist rate. The grip frame is alloy, machined out of one piece. And usually the gun comes with synthetic checkered grips. They're actually pretty nice, black with like the Ruger logo within the grip. But I bought it down in Massachusetts when I was living there, and it came with these larger wooden grips because they were afraid that a child could grip the gun, get a hold of the gun, and be able to manipulate it with their small hands. And I went ahead and I installed a Volquartsen trigger, and after I installed the Volquartsen trigger, I started having a ton of light primer strikes. So I did go ahead and replace the striker as well with a Volquartsen striker, and since then it's worked flawlessly. And one of the main features of this gun, which makes it so appealing for anybody who's had a Ruger Mark III or previous, you know what a pain in the ass they were to take down, but this one is a one-button takedown. So you get a button on the back there. All you do is press that button. You have to cock it, drop the mag. Oh, and installing that Volquartsen trigger also got rid of the magazine disconnect, so now you can fire it without the magazine in it. So you go ahead and you press that button. It flips up, and then it just comes off a hinge point up front, and it's apart. Very easy to clean and to work on. Put it back together, you just reverse the process. Just gotta line it up properly. Okay. And make sure it's centered. It is very easy to do, but sometimes it does hang up like this for some reason. You gotta get it just right on that hinge point, which is not hard to do. You just have to pay attention when you do it. And it's back together. Very, very simple. And these guns do have a block for the firing pin. So you can dry fire these 22 pistols and without worrying about breaking the striker, the firing pin. So the Volquartsen trigger, it's got the screw for the over travel adjustment there. It's a very short, light, and crisp pull. The reset is just a twitch up. Oh, such a nice trigger. Probably about 2 pounds, I'd say. Maybe 1.5 pounds. Very, very nice. So I wasn't a huge fan of these grips, so I just went ahead and I got the whole Piranha grips for it, which feel great. But I am eventually going to get the stock Ruger grips for this gun. And this actually is not the case that it came in. This was a couple of YouTube buddies of mine actually sent me this case, and I sent them one of these little safes there as well, lock boxes, which is pretty cool because this gun is pretty long at 9.75 inches long. So it didn't fit in any of my standard sized locking boxes. So this oversized lock box with the Ruger logo on it works actually very well. So there it is, the Ruger MarkIV target pistol. So let's get this baby to the range and do a little shooting. We'll see you there. Alright, so here we are at the club. It's brisk 27 degrees out here. I figured I'd do things backwards today because it sounds a little busier down the other end and start at the 50-yard range and see if I can get some type of a group at 50 yards with this Ruger. Today I'm going to be shooting the 40 grain Federal lead round nose. Let's give her a shot. All right, so at 50 yards, didn't shoot the best group I've ever shot, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on paper on a 27-degree day. Missed 2. They're probably obviously on the wood, if not through the camera somewhere. Nope, no holes in the camera. So we saw how she could do at 50 yards. With a little more practice, I could definitely tighten that group up. I think the other side is thinning out, so let's head over there and do some close quarter stuff. All right, we're up at the other side of the club. Still 27 degrees out here. I got one target out there at 10 yards and another target at 20 yards. I'll put 10 on each, and then we'll take a look at how I'm grouping at this shorter distance. I'm going to go for headshots on the 10-yard target, and then I'm probably just going to go for the center at the 20-yard target. The Federal lead round nose again, 40 grain. Once again, headshots on the 10-yard. Now at 20 yards, I'm just going to go for the center of the target, center mass. My hands are starting to go numb. All right, let's go take a look at them. All right, here we are at 10 yards. 10 shots right to the head, nice little group there. Looks like my group opened up a lot at 20 yards. A lot of that with the first shots was me rushing. I kind of settled down a little bit. Put a semi-decent group towards the end there. Now, because the temperature the way it is, I think we're going to try some gloved shooting with this gun. All right, working with the same ammo, I'm going to take 10 shots again at 10 yards and 10 shots again at 20 yards. This time I'm going to aim dead center at the 10-yard target, and the 20-yard target I'm going to aim a little towards the abdomen, a little lower on the target. See how I can manipulate the gun with some gloves on. A little tough to get your finger in the trigger guard with these gloves on. In the reset, it feels like my glove is kind of running out of room as I'm trying to reset it against the front of the trigger guard. It is a little tight in there, as you can see. All right, 20 yards. I'm going to aim a little lower on that target, see if I can get some type of group. All right, let's go take a look again. Ten yards, nice little group again. Opened up a little bit compared to my headshots, but not bad. The 20-yard group, at least I was able to keep them all in the abdomen. But it opened up once again at 20. A little bit tighter than the first group without gloves. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, let's see how she does against a water jug. Holy shit! But no, seriously, let's see how she does against some water jugs and half-gallon milk cartons, all full with water. Alright, so in conclusion, this Ruger Mark IV target is a very handy pistol. Weighs about 35.5 ounces. Easy to get a grip on. The trigger in it, the trigger upgrade, I highly recommend. The Volquartsen, about 1.5 pound trigger with a sweet little reset on it. These things are a ton of fun at the range. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is the Gun-Toting Pacifist. Stay active, stay alert, and stay armed.